Hi, darling.
Hello, babe.
How are you?
I'm good. Got a pretty nice cuddle from Spinach right now.
He is really giving you the best cuddle in the world.
We had our granola in the sunshine this morning.
Homemade granola in the sunshine in the garden.
That was pretty nice.
That's pretty top tier life.
The dawning of summer, it felt like.
It actually did smell like a good level of almost summer.
Warm air.
Oh, finally warm air, please. I need something. It's just been too long. Even Spinny is, oh my God, he's just in absolute heaven. He was like this, eyes closed, head up. Oh, he's so happy. Just plonked down on Daisy for the for the audio listeners.
I feel like we've needed to take some time in the garden, make sure that we go out and do nice grounding things after watching these episodes.
Oh God,
It's just getting worse and worse.
It really does.
Including some of our favourite couples this week. Well, Sam and Chris.
Should we talk about them first?
Why not?
Because I'm most saddened by this situation.
Me too.
It just sounded so positive, the life outside of the experiment. Like, I was like, oh my God, this sounds amazing. Love the sound of that.
You like the sound of the plan?
Yeah. And then...
But you also wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think you would have liked that to be declared.
No, but I'm just saying...
Oh, you're just saying...
Yeah, I think it just sounded like a really nice plan that they were going to be in two places and make it work. And then, Sam was a little sad boy.
And annoyingly, I think even he said like, oh, I might have come to a similar conclusion. Like, I don't know, but I don't know if he, because Chris got so defensive, I don't know if he expressed that to Chris, like, I actually might be happy with this idea. It's more the approach to the making of the plan.
It's almost like
that was upsetting.
Chris feels defensive of his life choices. And I'm like, but if you're wanting a life partner, then you need to make compromises and make it all work. But he was just, I think he's got a funny idea about what a partnership is, because he's like, all that's missing in my life is a husband.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but you can't just like pluck any person out and just plonk them into your life. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And it was quite tragic that Sam spoke to Philip about it, and Philip was being so lovely and reasonable. And
that was cute little date that they had.
They really cute. They really cute.
Yeah, and then it just went wrong. We had some alarm bell warnings when Sam and Chris were talking about the girl drama.
Yes,
and
it was just after the dinner party, wasn't it? Because Juliet had, had a dumb Seagate.
Yeah.
And Sam was kind of like, yeah, I understand she's your friend, but I'm not sure I would have approached it in that way. And then Chris kept being like, well, she's my friend and I'm proud of her.
Yeah, I'm proud of her anyway. So,
and
Sam was nice in that moment, because he was like, well, we don't have to like the same people. But
there's a stubbornness from Chris which is pushing away the lovely, nice openness of Sam. So they're butting heads.
Oh, it's not good.
I wonder how Chris is going to feel when he looks back at this and sees that he was being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Because he's being really mean. And Sam is so nice. I'm just thinking about the flash forward of where we see Sam crying. I can't cope because he's so lovely.
I know. It's so infuriating that he's trying to quite clearly say nothing like, I don't like your plan or you're wrong, but just I need more empathy from you about how I'm feeling, which is a really good thing to pinpoint on.
I mean, that's even an extension of what the whole thing is. The whole thing in my mind is that he wasn't included in the initial plan.
Yeah.
And that's so simple, and for some reason Chris can't even understand that wasn't right.
Yeah, it's just made me lose my hope in their relationship.
I think it's
fully.
Yeah, me too. I think Chris has treated Sam with unkindness.
Yeah, and then he committed the ultimate sin.
The ultimate sin. I know exactly what this is going to be.
What is it?
But it was even worse. It was in the worst possible way. The E word was brought up. Empath.
But he said, I get called an empath all the time.
I get called an empath all the time. That's the most narcissistic thing you could ever say. So for most people, I think, known by now that like, I feel like there was like this meme that went around for ages that was like, people who call themselves empaths are literally the worst people on the planet, which is always true. I do believe. And he was just being, I just think Chris is a narcissist. Not to like bandy around that term in like he's just, well, he behaves in a narcissistic way based on that comment alone, saying like, people call me an empath. I'm like,
yeah, people call
you don't
me.
even like, you're not even saying that you feel empathetic towards others. You're saying from the outside, other people say I'm an empath. I'm like,
Yeah.
And he like kept going back to that as if that was a good thing. And I was like, well, this one person who's actually meant to be the most important person, obviously he's not yet, but he will be if you're like working towards that, is telling you that you're not being very empathetic towards him.
Yeah.
You should be listening and saying,
this is your moment.
I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean to upset you. But
can't just...
he did say sorry 4 times. I did apologise 4 times. None of them good enough. He kept being like 4 times, 5 times. I've said 4.
What kind of a world is this where you're allowed to be furious because someone says you're not being empathetic enough, because someone apparently once called you an empath? No, if you're an empath, you have to respond to someone being sad. He didn't seem to show any like, there was no moment of like, oh God, I've
upset the person that I meant to really like.
Yeah.
He was just defensive and horrible. And Sam did a pretty good job of saying like, I think you're being a bit defensive right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm not.
The one thing that Sam, I think, shouldn't have done was to bring up the conversation in the car on the way to the dinner party.
That was a bad move.
You can see why that made Chris feel trapped and flustered.
I also completely understand that he was like, I need to talk to the group about this, I think, but he obviously has, it's weird because all of the experiences of the dinner party that Sam has had are drama filled, so I'm like, what were you going to get from this group of people?
Yeah, I think he just knew that he was in the right, and he just kind of wanted to put it out there.
I'm like, if you're saving it for a conversation with anyone, you should be saving it for the couch with the experts.
Yeah, I think,
if you want actual advice.
Yeah.
But I also, maybe that makes me think because Sam isn't as close with people as Chris seems to be, so maybe he was trying to get some kind of like support and like, I don't know, what's the word, like he maybe felt a bit isolated.
Yeah, he was trying to actually test whether his feelings were valid or whether he was in a bubble or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there was at that point maybe a slight superiority, like, I talk about my feelings and I don't raise my voice thing, which was kind of valid because he does communicate in a superior way.
Yeah,
but I think there was
superior.
There was like a slight kind of like, I just want everyone to witness this going on.
Yeah.
Which then made Chris even more defensive and even more like, oh, he's calling me a shit person. But it's like, well, just
don't
stop
be shit
and
then.
just be a good person then for a minute.
But it's all gone a bit too far, and I agree that like I can see why Chris ended up being even more defensive in the way that he brought it up in the car. That wasn't a good idea. He should have been like, okay, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. I think I might have to chat to the guys about this, like in the argument.
Yeah.
In the moment, like I can't, rather than just being like, how are you today? Yep, good. How are you? Yep, good. And just then not bring it up till you're in the car. But you could tell that he was obviously had an internal kind of like fight going on all day thinking about it, and Chris had already fucking moved on probably.
But also the way that they're dealing with this argument in a quite passive aggressive awkward way shows that they weren't ready yet to have this conversation that wasn't even had about afterwards. Like their relationship isn't mature enough, isn't secure enough yet,
and maybe the experts should have thought about that before bringing it up.
They're the only remaining newcomers in the competition, so
in the competition for them to win. Love.
So how long will that last? I reckon they'll probably get to the end, but well actually no.
Do you remember the preview
week.
To next week, and it looked like they kind of made it seem like Chris might be leaving?
Yeah. Oh, because he said he was a golden retriever, which makes me think he really likes Sam, so he's sabotaging. He's more like he's
defo
like Gia. Why they get on so well?
Yeah, Gia is like sabotaging to the max. The amount of time she keeps trying to run away.
Oh, she's just making Scott not enjoy being with her.
I know, but I think she's doing that because she's self-sabotaging, isn't she? He said that she was his soulmate. They both said they were each other's soulmate, and I think that was like, whoa, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's made her feel a bit too like exposed.
Well, he said that a couple of weeks ago, and she said this week that she was falling in love. And now, like, I'm like, I don't agree with her being like, well, either you're gonna say you love me or I'm leaving, because like, oh, that's such a romantic way to make this happen.
Yeah.
But also, I do sympathize with her being like, but he said I was his soulmate. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a stronger word than love.
I agree.
Really.
This is like that whole thing where straight people have fucking babies together, but then they can't even say I love you. I'm like, that's like way more of a commitment.
Yeah.
Than anything. For having a baby together. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that I'm not saying that our wedding isn't the most important commitment to me. Just suddenly thought I might have seen that in your eyes. I was like, oh no, that's not what I meant.
No, that wasn't in my eyes.
Oh.
No, because I'm secure in our love.
Good.
No, you've just got That's one of your new things.
Wait, did I do that just then?
Yeah. But sometimes it's high pitched. Don't know where that one's come from.
I think that's just from myself. It's who I am. And take it or leave it, bitch. I didn't even know I was doing it.
Yeah, so much running away. But what's infuriating about Gia is that she's obviously so highly strung, but then like does this I don't give a shit act, and the combination of those two things is really
irritating.
Annoying.
Yeah,
like say that you're sad or say that you feel vulnerable about things.
Scott and Stella seem to have quite a good conversation.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them having a chat, and then they wrote the anonymous letter, and Gia just went on a rampage like, who wrote this letter? I thought it was Beck, but then Beck wouldn't say something like that because she knows I'm not in the group chats anymore having the drama.
Yeah.
But I was also just like, Scott just like terrified.
So scared of her.
But yeah, get out of the drama. I think Gia has definitely become, I don't want to give Beck like credit, but definitely like the mastermind villain.
Yeah.
Just in the way that she does manipulate people into dropping bombs about everyone else, but then can kind of just like scurry away from it. It's genius.
Yeah.
But really annoying.
And by the time Beck comes around to like putting it on Gia and saying, but it's because Gia sent the thing, everyone's like, oh shush, like we don't want to talk about it anymore. So then Gia doesn't end up getting the heat.
Yeah.
Because Beck's already caused such a bloody
Even
scene.
though Beck is obviously the one that's doing so much.
Yeah, it's not that Beck hasn't also done it, but
yeah, but then
both
Gia never
it.
gets any. Yeah,
no,
never gets any, I don't know how she does it, but we all kind of know as viewers, which is bad for her in reality now, because we all know as viewers that she's a baddie as well.
So another, I mean, I can't believe Juliet just left. What a bloody whiplash person she was.
Oh my God, completely. I'm exhausted.
So exhausting. And then decided to send those screenshots like when she wasn't even going to be on the show anymore. Like it shows how much she just loves
Gia.
The drama. And Gia
and the drama, yeah. When I was making covers for like the last episode, I was looking back at pictures of the dinner party because obviously when you're making that, I have to like squint my eyes so I don't read the headlines that are under the pictures that I'm taking off the internet to put on our fucking things. I don't want to see any spoilers. And just there was pictures of Gia and Juliet at the retreat, and just with Gia sitting on Juliet's lap and stuff like that. I was like, this is a lesbian relationship. You guys are in a lesbian ship.
Yeah.
You guys are being gay.
They get on a lot better than they do with their husbands.
Fucking too right they do. Yeah. Also, I will say one thing about Stella's letter to Gia. It was very like bossy, and also just like annoyingly elitist. No, what's the word? Like
what? Like
her being like,
I have all the answers.
Yeah. So we challenge you to not have sex for 10 days. I'm like, as if. Also, what the fuck else are they meant to do? They're like living in this apartment together, getting to know each other. They're apparently like soulmates. Like they're just going to want to fuck all the time. And also, are you doing that, Stella and Philip?
Well, they are because
of the snip.
Because he won't get the snip.
Oh yeah, true.
What the hell? But don't try and project that madness onto everybody else.
Oh, I forgot about the snip. That's a weird one, isn't it?
That is weird. I mean, like, it was all advice that they would probably benefit from.
Yeah.
But as if they're going to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Like, they're not going to do it. No. So it's silly giving such pointed bullet points of instruction.
That also came into my head because I was like, well, G is obviously a lesbian, and she's like, I would not stop having sex with my husband. And I was like, okay, the lady doth protest too much. BT dubs, obviously that's just conjecture. Is that a word? Like, I've just made that up, that she's a lesbian. I just think she has these very close relationships with women, one-on-one at a time, each at a time. It's giving something.
Sapphic energy.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I wonder if that's what's going on with her and Beck.
Forbidden love.
I mean, they've both convinced themselves that they'd rather be going out with those two idiots.
They are absolutely obsessed with each other, Gia and Beck.
They're obsessed.
They're obsessed. And they just can't stop.
What other, in real life, adult relationships, do you say, this is a war, just in front of everyone?
War.
Like, this doesn't happen. This happens at school. Even then you wouldn't declare it openly. It's crazy. I don't know how there was no source to this. There was no beginning to this war apart from the Danny fancies Gia thing. But even before that, they hated each other. So it's just crazy.
What is this war? And I mean, I was actually on Danny's side for once because all he was saying about Beck was, well, you're the one, it all comes back to you. You keep making mistakes and doing stupid things. And she was like, it was 2 months ago. And then he was like, I don't care if it was 10 years ago. You shouldn't say stuff like that.
At the end of the day, I am ashamed of Beck. I'm not going to candy coat it.
Do you know what I mean? Candy coat. There were some absolute corkers this week.
Oh.
What's the word? Eggcorns.
Yeah.
Is that actually a word, or is that just a an Adam and Joe thing, eggcorn?
I don't know if they made up eggcorn or, I mean, eggcorn is an eggcorn.
What?
Someone thought acorns were eggcorns.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were saying that eggcorns were like, I thought you were saying that that's what the word was, and I was like, you've got it. Oh. Well, see? Are you trying to stamp out the joy from my speech?
No, I just...
Well done, because I'm never going to do it again.
No, yes, you will. And no, I don't.
Also, when Danny said, I started shagging birds when I was 14. Okay, no one asked. Why did he bring that up? I don't even know why he brought that up. He just wanted to say that. Apologise and just don't do no dumb shit like that in future. Sorry, they've just got loads of things of him written. Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Another one. Our relationship is smeared with all this stuff.
Smeared? What the hell is smeared?
What to be smeared?
He misses out all of the connecting words as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The like definite articles.
It's not the brightest.
No.
What? It's up spark?
Spoon in the drawer.
Brightest spoon in the shiniest? Sharpest tool in the shed?
No, definitely not.
I thought you were saying that. It's definitely not a saying. And I was like, oh. No. Also, one other final thing that he said to Beck, if you're sick of it, imagine how David and Alyssa must be. And I was like, too bloody shay. Because she's the one that keeps fucking up.
Yeah, and he's right about all those things, but I still just don't trust him because I feel like
I don't trust him
he's just saying that when it suits him, and he's setting
suits him to set himself up to run away.
Yeah, setting a path for himself to escape. Like when it was so brutal when they showed Beck running off, and then as if he was going to follow her, and then he just went and settled in amongst all the other women and was getting attention from Rachel and being like, yeah, I just don't know what to do, and Beck's being so dramatic and just like loving it.
It really made
it look like... But then he can
like...
switch into Bonnie and Clyde mode the next minute.
And then she's like, you said we're ride or die, we're not ride or die.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only ride or die under his, decision. Yeah. Like when he woke her up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And took her to a hotel and she thought it was romantic. It's all manipulated and and calculated.
Rat bitch, though.
Rat bitch and her rat husband.
Rat bitch.
That's like kind of slay, though. I'm kind of like, get it with a t-shirt on. Get it on the t-shirt. They make merch of that. Yeah.
For
rat
Alyssa
bitch
to
is
wear.
like kind of slay. Yeah. For Alyssa to wear, of course. Yeah. Rat bitch.
When she has her full
but
makeover.
yeah, when you think about rat bitch, I'm like, rat bitch?
Yeah.
Rat's very like Australian as well. You fucking rat. Or mole. Mole. Have I told you that one?
No.
You fucking mole. That's like, if you call someone a mole. That is like, see, you know, when we were talking last week about the C word and how that is kind of like jokey, but like mole or rat, like that's like worse than the C word.
Really?
If I was called a fucking mole, I would have been like,
oh. Gosh, well, they haven't gone that far then.
No, they didn't call her a mole.
Very annoying that Alyssa gave David the challenge to not talk about the texts. Like, come on, they're going to be so at the forefront of his mind.
And then she was almost annoyed at him.
Yeah.
It's like when Rachel was annoyed at Stephen for talking to Beck privately. I'm like, no, guys, stop getting annoyed at the wrong person because they're supporting you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he could have not said it, but then he would have had just a completely weird pretend conversation with Beck the whole time. And he basically did exactly what she said, of saying like, I'm not going to go into it and I'll let you two talk about it, but it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Fine. Absolutely fine. And he always manages to not get too embroiled in the drama, which is very good.
Yeah.
I think he kind of feels sorry for Beck, even though she's done so many awful things. I don't know if
David?
Yeah.
I don't think he feels sorry for her. I think he might just be embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's like,
why have you done that
again?
Yeah.
So maybe, feels a bit sorry, bit pity, and also embarrassed, just being like, mate, come on. And I think we're all at that point. I think, like before, I was like, Beck is so nasty, and I do think that, but like, she just makes life shit for herself. So I'm just like, ooh.
I'm very curious whether this is a pattern that she's had
in her
previously.
It's too weird to not be. It's too frequent to not be common outside of this situation, surely.
And then the lesson that she's learnt is just to not bitch about people over text.
Oh, I'm like, that's not the lesson that you should be learning, Beck. There's so many lessons you should be learning. And just I just hate it when people are like, I've apologized so much. And it's like, none of those apologies have been sincere. You're just saying them because you feel like you have to. And then like, she had that conversation with Alyssa and David at the table, and then started saying to Gia, do you remember how she was like, why did you do it? To ruin my reputation? Yeah. Like, why have you done it? I'm like, why are you even asking? Who cares?
Just put it out of everyone's mind.
I know she gave it to Juliet, but Juliet's the one that sent it. It wasn't even Gia.
Yeah.
Even though I know that was wrong, but I'm just like, just stop talking about it.
I know.
God, and the experts are all sitting there like in disbelief, like, really? Is this still happening? Like, have we still got drama from them? It's just all a bit mad, isn't it?
Bloody hell. I hope Beck can just, well, there's no way she can have a drama-free end of the experiment.
No, there's no way. It's, oh God, it's so close to the end and it's just been non-stop. I also just want to talk about a thing I actually did feel sorry for her with was, but also annoyed at, was the girlfriend thing. Yeah. So I think a few weeks ago, Gia and Scott became girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah.
And there's usually like one couple that would do it, and Beck has totally taken this on board and been like, I need to do that because I'm in a better relationship. And Danny just doesn't give a fuck.
He does not care at all. And like, she's convinced herself that she loves him, but you can just see when he says things that upset her, she just kind of goes cold and then has to go into the bathroom and cry to a producer. She can't even cry to him about the things
and then
that he's
she's
doing.
Just like, and then he comes back with like these handwritten notes that say like, I like your cooking, and she's like,
you've got a good personality.
This is literally the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. And I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah,
that's not good.
And then when she told the group about the girlfriend thing, and Stella was like, oh, Philip, why haven't we done that? Oh yeah, because we don't want to go backwards. And I was like, Stella, no.
And then she was just like, Beck was like,
yeah,
I was like, oh, guys, give the girl a break, even though she's not giving herself any breaks and nor anyone else. But, oh, God, what a mess.
I know. Absolutely toxic combination of people.
Totally.
I'm trying to think if there was any Rachel and Steve and stuff, but I don't think I can't.
He made her nachos.
Oh, yeah.
Nachos.
Oh, yeah. That was him.
And then they watched fishing videos.
Captain pants on or something.
Yeah, maybe he got confused about what captain actually meant. It doesn't mean you have to actually captain the YouTube videos about fish.
Yeah.
Sorry, that didn't really work, but I tried to be quick, but I was trying to imply that he was the captain of the ship that was going fish. Yeah, thanks.
I see.
And also, I'm sorry, I'm just she's too good for him.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. I mean, we're championing him, but like, that is definitely true.
I'm sorry. I know they seem on different levels.
It's a bit long now, and
it is a bit long
to take the advice of take the lead, and what you do is stay in your flat, microwave some nachos, and watch fishing videos.
And you're telling me that's not good
It doesn't
enough.
mean just do what you would do if you were alone. That's
no.
what he did.
Rachel needs to be taken out on a date by a nice, like, mature woman.
It's our solution to everything. But yeah,
I honestly think the solution to everything is lesbianism.
I was going to say, not all, but some lesbians would be up for the intense talking about feelings and analysing situations.
Are you joking? Some lesbians?
Most. That she does.
Obviously.
Whereas men don't like that.
And men don't understand it.
There you go. God, her world would just be exploded, wouldn't it? With the attention and the emotional connection.
Have a great time.
Yeah.
She'd have a great time in this world. Maybe she's going to be one of the ones.
Go to outdoor cinema, have some cocktails.
Is that what you do with
You're
your
laughing at me.
No, I just think that was random and cute. I'm not laughing at you. Is that what you do with your cat?
Humiliated me.
Oh,
well, I was going to say the theatre, and then I thought there isn't really theatre in Australia, so outdoor cinema.
I didn't quite understand where you were coming from, but that's you putting your captain undies on.
Maybe not.
No, because if you were taking me to the outdoor cinema and getting some cocktails, I would love that more than anything. I'd love that. Sorry, it just made me laugh because it just came out. It just felt like it came out of. I didn't know what it was about, and you were just something like she could go to the outdoor cinema. I didn't know what you were referring to. But now,
as a Brit, that would be a very exciting date.
We didn't get to go to the outdoor cinema, did we? When we were last there.
Exactly.
Well, I'll take you on a nice date to the outdoor cinema next time.
If I don't take you first.
Okay. That sounds nice. Sorry, darling. I didn't mean to.
That's okay.
It was a misunderstanding. Okay.
Yes.
Do you forgive me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes. Maybe she could be one of the reality TV to lesbian pipeline alumnus.
I hope so for her. God, we really just completely chucked Stephen off the side of his fishing boat, haven't we?
I think he's made great progress and made great self-development progress.
He's really sweet.
Lovely, but I just don't think they're a match.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. I've really enjoyed the journey with them.
I've enjoyed the journey, but I think I've had enough.
But we're bringing this journey to a close.
I think also, like, I understand that they have the pressure around everyone on them having sex, and that must be really off-putting. And I like that they kind of said, the more that everyone is saying have sex, the more when we're actually feeling intimate and emotional, like we're like, are we actually just doing this for ourselves, or are we doing this because we want to impress everyone else? And that must be really difficult. But I'm also like, how long has it been?
Yeah, and I think she'd be up for it.
Are you joking? She was up for it week 2, babe. Yeah. She was ready.
Well, I think that wraps us up for another.
I've accused almost all of them of being lesbians.
Really,
I think it's also because I've been listening to that podcast on McCarthyism, so I'm like, have you ever been, what is it? Are you or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? That's me. Are you or have you ever been a lesbian?
You're also watching Transparent, so it's like everyone is or could be a lesbian at any time.
Yeah.
Fun.
It stands. They got a point. Finding Transparent, a bit difficult. Talk about it on the Patreon.
Okay. Well, we'll be back next week.
Oh my God.
With, I think, the penultimate week, perhaps.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. If you want to join our Patreon, we have, I think, like maybe 100 episodes on there. We've got like years worth of episodes, bonus episodes, ad free, that are talking about so many different TV shows, things about our lives, anything you want. It's probably on there. And that goes for like as little as £3 a month or something, isn't it? So it's patreon.com/watchingtellypod. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Watching Telly Pod. You can watch these full videos on YouTube at Watching Telly Pod if you're not doing that already. Go subscribe to us, like these videos, comment on things, review our podcast, please. We're getting so close to the end, and I feel like there's so many more people that are watching MAFS that don't know about us. So if you like this, you have friends that like this, pass it on to them and tell them about us if you like our podcast. And if you don't like it, don't say anything.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.